What's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm talking about my experience so far meditating for around 4 to 5 years, and one of the major lessons I learned while meditating. And so the first thing that I've learned while meditating was breathing exercises, because breathing exercises really clears my mind, and it clears unnecessary thoughts. And just breathing in right now, it's like, it's just is, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to put it really. It's just is. And there are other breathing exercises, and I know athletes and stuff do it too. And I do practice I've been practicing martial arts, but I've took a break from that for a while, but now I'm getting back into it. And I'm noticing that I can go longer if I keep up a certain breathing pattern instead of like breathing rapidly. The next major lesson I learned while meditating was being in harmony. And not necessarily meaning that's positive, because positive and negative exist together. They cannot exist without one another. Kind of like the yin and yang symbol. So when it comes to positivity and just staying positive, the thing with that is it's not about staying positive all the time. It's mainly about being in balance, being in harmony, and being in unity with yourself, and exploring yourself, rediscovering who you are through your version, because we are the universe experiencing ourselves through this filter that we're in, this body, this mind, this ego that we call ourselves mainly. And it's about, when it comes to negative and positive emotions, it's about observing mainly, and not reacting, but observing and seeing it as it is, and being less reactive and more observative. I could get more into it. Actually, I am gonna, I guess, take some notes down and better explain this, but hopefully that makes sense so far. I will make a video more in depth about what it means to me personally. Or I don't know if we're doing numbers now, but anyways, manifesting. So when it comes to manifesting, it's not about attracting. First off, when it comes to manifesting, what it really means is it means what your heart wants, what your soul wants. It's not really about what your mind or your ego wants, whether it's like love or a material thing. If it's what your mind wants and not what your heart wants, it's not gonna manifest, because your mind and your heart is not in alignment. But when your heart and your mind is in alignment with what you want, then it will it will come to you faster because your mind and your heart is in full agreement with what you want to attract. And it's about mainly becoming the version of you that already has that thing, and not about chasing after it, because the more you chase after something, the more it's gonna push away. So it's about taking action, but not coming from a place of neediness, but a place of neutrality. I don't know if I mentioned this last video, but what really got me through my depression / hermit phase was doing hypnosis. So hypnosis meditation was very beneficial because our minds and our imaginations are way more powerful than we give them credit for. And yeah, it reminds me mainly of my inner child and like the things I used to imagine. Is sort of, I used to imagine about a lot of things, but it has leaned more towards my subconscious. But now that I'm tapping into my subconscious mind, it's like I'm reactivating my imaginative self again, and my mind is becoming more colorful and more like playful, and just I'm trying to discern words here, but I'm getting this feeling, but I can't really discern it into words. What I hope you can feel what I'm feeling right now. If you can't, then I'm just gonna move on to the next one. So, my masculinity. So the next thing I want to bring up is my masculinity. And so, growing up, I was raised by a single mom, and it was kind of hard on her, and I had to learn a lot of hardships and growing up at an early age and stuff. I might go more in depth later, but I'm not going to. But I'm not going to right now, at least. But growing up, I was very much in my feminine nature, and it was kind of like an unbalanced feminine nature. And growing up, I had to figure out what kind of man I want to be in a way, and what kind of person I am, basically. And around 15, 16 years old, I found very good role models of who I want to become, not become them, but be similar like them. And I have grown up to very, let me try to discern this into the right words. Let me see. So basically, I had to find myself and discover myself and go deep into my feminine and heal my feminine side. And once I understood my feminine nature, I went over, I kind of transferred over to this masculine nature, and I had to learn how to become masculine, and not by what society means by masculinity, but what I what I interpreted what I interpret as my true masculine self. Not being not being I would say dominant and assertive, but not in the society's point of view, but in my point of view, in the way that it's true and authentic to myself. And and I'm still discovering things that I enjoy to do in my masculine energy. And so that's why I feel like I'm practicing martial arts and having a morning routine and having a bed routine and doing stuff during the day and stuff. And mainly focusing on being in my body and being grounded while focusing on my career. And later on, I do take time to connect with the universe and receive messages. Last thing that I want to share is learning how to generate love within me instead of seeking it externally. So basically, just not seeking external validation and not seeking validation from others. And I feel like once you go within and learn how to generate feelings within your body on your own terms, not by some external force, you become more powerful, because nobody can control you but you. And to me, that's what represents freedom in a way, is to kind of like I already talked about in the first few minutes of this. I was gonna say episode, but well, I guess I can call it episode. Kind of like what I explained earlier, but I can go more into seeking validation, and like it kind of relates to manifestation in a way too. So if you want me to talk about that and give my views and opinions on that, I can do that in another video. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your powerful messages or powerful life lessons that you learned when you started meditating and going on the spiritual awakening journey. So let me know down in the comments. Follow my social media and leave a like, subscribe, and see you in another version of the Now.